All right, morning everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Daily High. I'm your host, Tone Vase. We will go and take a look at the market. The weekend was not that eventful, but we have recovered a little bit. So let's go ahead and look at the markets. Let me make sure everything is live streaming. Still running the show solo for a bit. I'm fully expecting Matt back. We have our conferences. I will be at Unconfiscatable, so it's very possible the show will take a week off. Matt is going to be at uh, Token 2049, I believe, in Singapore. So I doubt anyone uh, we'll be running the show next week. Let's go to the markets. All right, this is the 1 hour chart. The 1 hour chart is showing a bit of a rise. Now, notice how we topped in the last hour. I really wanted to do the show at like 10 a.m., but something came up this morning, so I couldn't do it. Let's go look at that 10 a.m. reversal on the S&P. To me, that is the most interesting thing that happens every morning. Is that S&P 10 a.m. reversal. Here's the 5-minute chart. Here's our 10:15 candle. So it's basically the last candle that I factor in to a 10 a.m. reversal. It happens to be an MRI top on a 5-minute scale. I don't really, put too much emphasis on the MRI 5-minute chart. And I do need weakness here in order to consider this top to be a 10 a.m. reversal. Now, if we compare this with Bitcoin and we put Bitcoin on a 5-minute chart, Bitcoin tops at the 9:55 candle at exactly 10 a.m. Bitcoin topped. Interesting, because the S&P did not top at 10 a.m. The S&P is still going, but Bitcoin topped. Maybe this signals that the stock market is about to reverse. This actually gives me a little extra incentive to consider the top in the stock market right here, right now, but I would still need weakness. So how would I trade the 10 a.m. reversal on the S&P? I would wait and go short if the market drops into the middle of this past candle. So if the market dropped past this line, that's my short entry. And if the stock market keeps going up, there's a very good chance that Bitcoin is likely to eventually reverse. All right, we're just going to keep an eye on this 5-minute chart for a minute. Okay. All right. Perfect 10 a.m. reversal on Bitcoin, which is surprising considering the stock market did not reverse at 10 a.m. It still made its high at the 10 candle. That is the 10, yes, the 10 candle. Hasenboss would be just above the swing high over here. All right, let's go to the bigger picture. The weekly chart does not look anything impressive. We have a small rebound after a massive drop over the prior 2 weeks. This rebound has not even made it halfway up the candle. It has not even made it into this channel. It's debatable whether this is a legitimate channel because it does break through the middle of a couple of candles, and it's now breaking through the middle of a couple of more candles. So the legitimacy of this channel as a TA tool is a bit suspect, but I'm going to leave it for now. We're still counting down on the MRI, and I'm still looking for that MRI buy in order to have a confident buy at the low. I don't like buying at the lows, guys. I like buying straight. You guys know that. It's very rare that I buy the dip. even though it says it on my cup every morning. So it's almost never happens that I buy the dip. It's just not how I trade. I trade the breakout and then I stay strong with the breakout. This is what I've been saying about the stock market for about 10 years. And I've been mostly right for almost the entirety of 10 years. You have things like the COVID crash and you have some other minor anomalies. But other than that, there's a reason why I've been, oh, there it is. There it is. There's the short trade being activated. Here's the stop loss. And there goes the short trade. So Bitcoin was very, very helpful to predict the reversal in the stock market close enough to be a 10 a.m. reversal. Guys, if I'm not doing these videos in the mornings, this is probably what I'm going back to trading because the 10 a.m. The 10 a.m. trades have been very, very good. Very good. So there's the stop loss. I'm waiting for this candle to end because the moment this candle ends, or it's pretty much ending, right? It's 13 seconds left. I'm comfortably lowering my stop loss to the top of that candle. And if this candle falls below the prior candle, I'm comfortably lowering that stop loss even further down to the top of that candle. The goal is to get that stop loss into break even, but I'm not ready to do that yet. So let's assume my stop loss is right there. Let's also take a look and see how much risk I was taking on at the initial trade. At the initial trade, I was taking on 5 points of risk. So my stop loss goes to break even once it's made me 5 points. Well, guess what? It's already made me 5 points. So at this point, I am already putting in a break-even stop loss. And if it stops me out break even, then I did not lose any money in the trade. Okay, I don't really want to get out of this trade break even. I also like to get out with at least $100 in value, right? I always want to do a trade where at least I pay for a steak dinner that night. Even if I don't trade the rest of the day and it only took 5 minutes, at least I made $100. So now I have a praying strategy that we go down and don't hit my break-even stop loss. Now, it's not exactly break even. It is going to get me out maybe 50 cents in the money. And 50 cents in the money on 2 contracts is $50. Okay, so that's 47 cents. There we go, 50 cents. Okay. So right now, we're in a hope and pray strategy that this candle closes low and I'm able to set a proper stop loss where I don't just walk away with this trade with $50. Now I have a purple line that represents my take profit on half my trade. This line gets very rarely hit because I'm shooting for the moon here, or in this case, the floor. But the moment this candle closes, I am lowering the stop loss to the top of said candle because now this guarantees me, $2, let's say $2.50, which guarantees me $250 on 2 contracts, which is the minimum I would be trading. And if you can make $250 every trading day, that's a pretty good business. I'll try to bring you guys another show with Mark Wood this week. Let's see what he has to say. All right, I'm going to let this go for now. There's a minute and a half left. Let's assume I'm already lowering my stop loss. And this is my take profit. Somewhere over here. Let's go 10 points. 10 points is great. So 10 points is my take profit on half my trade. Okay. And then we go from there. Let's go back to the price of Bitcoin. The weekly chart is not anything impressive. At a minimum, I need a green star candle. The last two green star candles did not work out to the upside. The prior 1, 2, 3 green candles did. So I'm fully expecting the next green star candle to take us out of this channel to the upside, and I will wait for that candle before any significant long positions. The allocation chart based on Consensio is calling for a short position here, not a long position. All the moving averages are declining and they're all below each other. Nothing really to see here. The daily chart has rebounded. It has barely rebounded to the level of interest. It bounced right off of that. We are way under. We actually followed this red path absolutely perfectly. I did not adjust that red arrow at all. And you can see how we actually perfectly hit where, I mean, I randomly drew the arrow. I just find it funny how I randomly draw the arrows in the general direction I expect the price to potentially go. I know I drew 3 arrows here, and the green one certainly didn't work out, and the blue was ignored. But the red one came into a bottom where I kind of expected it. But I'm still expecting a daily MRI buy opportunity. And in order to get a daily MRI buy opportunity, that tomorrow kind of needs to close below the closing low. The closing low was $54,000. So that means in order to continue the bearish count to the downside, tomorrow's close would have to be below 54,000. Okay? That's what I'm really watching. What I'm really watching is tomorrow's close. If tomorrow's close is below 54,000, I'm going to fully expect an MRI buy, and then maybe I'll buy the dip at the end of the week on a daily MRI buy. Big maybe. If we don't get a close below 54,000 tomorrow, we break the downward count, potentially making a green star candle, which would make me consider getting back long in the market. But considering how we're still well below resistance, this is just a dead cat bounce to me on every single time frame. So again, I'm not in a rush to go long, regardless of, whether I'm buying high and selling low. If the chart's not telling me to go long, I'm not going long. And that's pretty much it for the Bitcoin. I definitely predicted the move of the stock market, helped us be more confident in the 10 a.m. reversal, and not good on the cycle chart. Oil is on a weekly MRI buy. That's a good option. This is the kind of dip I would consider buying. A bit of a double bottom. I don't like that, but it's been at this level for 2 years, and I would wait another day or two maybe. How does it look on a daily chart? If there's a daily MRI buy tomorrow, that would be great. Not too much. On Wednesday, there is a daily MRI buy. We're going to keep an eye on the daily chart of oil here. I kind of like that chart from a TA perspective. Gold is still pulling back. The MRI called the top, and this is a 1 to 4 candle pullback using the weekly scale on gold. If gold gets back and starts making a new closing high, that's another good option for a TA trade that looks good to the upside from here. And there it is. We hit the stop loss. We hit the profit. That's great. This allows me to significantly lower the stop loss. This means that on a minimum 2 contracts, that's $500 in the bank, plus an additional 300 to $400 in the bank, because my backup stop loss, that's my trailing stop. Trailing stop is now in full effect. It would actually be even tighter now. I would just keep lowering this stop. I'm good. Hell, I'll take another, I'll take $1,000 if we go 10 points lower, or I'll just take the rest of my, well, okay, I'm gonna lower it a smidge early. Let's not be rash here. There's the stop loss, a little bit above that candle. Or if you want to give it more room, you can set it in the middle of this candle. Those are my options because this candle hasn't ended yet. I I normally put my stop losses right above the top of the candle or right below the middle of the prior candle. If the prior candle is a catastrophic candle or the opposite, a huge candle, it's called an expanded range candle. Okay, so uh, this is probably where my stop loss would be in the middle of that candle, about 7 points. Let's do 7 points. Right there, 7 points. That's $350 on one contract. Oh, nope. I entered here. So 6 points. $300 on. Let me not cheat. $300 on two contracts. That's my stop loss. But remember, 500 is already baked. Now, when this candle ends, I can then comfortably lower the stop loss to the top of that candle. And that candle's ended. So now my stop loss is here. Okay. And if this candle goes down further, my stop loss will now be all the way over here at the top of that candle. And I just keep doing this until I get stopped out. And if this candle is massive, the stop loss is going, into the middle of the candle. A little, above the middle, below the middle, it's up to you, really. Right. Now, this is already a disastrous candle. I'm already comfortable lowering that to here. And I'm perfectly happy with the fact that I already took half the trade off the table. Right? Wow, that's a good trade. Why the hell am I doing it on TradingView and not on Interactive Brokers? Probably be the best trade of the month. Be my best trade of the month. I would probably take the rest of the week off. Why not? You make $2,000-3,000 on Monday? Might take the rest of the week off. Okay, so last candle I'll stick with you guys on, and then we're gonna get going. The ETFs. The ETFs did not do good last week. There was a combined 13,000 Bitcoin got sold across the ETFs. But, and there's a big but, uh, BlackRock did not sell any of them. BlackRock sold 0 Bitcoin last week, right? All the Bitcoin sales came from all the other ETFs combined, 12,950 Bitcoin, okay? BlackRock is not selling their Bitcoin. It was mostly Fidelity. Mostly Bitcoiners are selling their Bitcoin. The Wall Street guys are holding on to them. Interesting. I find this very, very interesting. Okay. And Grayscale is now only at 222 Bitcoin, but they do have a mini ETF at 32,000 Bitcoin. They'll probably convert all of the Grayscale ETF into the mini over time. All right, final look. I said I'll stick around till the end of this candle. It's got 2 minutes to go. I'm already comfortable lowering my stop loss to the top of that candle. And if this candle closes anywhere lower than it is now, I'm comfortable lowering. Oh, that's the take profit line. That can't go anywhere. Wherever that was, I don't remember. It was a 10-point move. Yeah, somewhere over here. I will be almost comfortable putting it in the middle of that candle. Is that the 10-point move? Yeah, that's about 10 points. 10.50. Yeah. Oh. And the lower this goes, the lower my stop loss will be. When's Matt coming back? Hopefully soon. He's been a bit indisposed, been busy. All right, 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. Wow, what a crazy candle. Wow. Wow, this is why we only sell half and let half ride. If this was a four, if on this trade I went 4D, four contract, which is something I used to do all the time, man, that would be 2,000 in the bank already, plus another 3,000 ready to go. This is gonna be a great day. Yeah, I'm pretty much setting it into the middle of the candle now. Because remember, at this point, if we rally like crazy to the middle of that candle, I don't want to be in this trade anymore. It means the low was in. So I'm already comfortable. I usually wait till the candle ends. I used to also trade 10-minute candles because the volatility was smaller back then. But now I'm on 5-minute candles. Also, these shows would last like an hour and a half if it was 10-minute candles. So yeah, 15 seconds. Yeah, I'm comfortable with my stop loss anywhere in this vicinity here. And if we go up, we go up. The sooner it gets me out of the trade, the sooner I can move on with my day. Because I'm not trading the rest of the day, that's for damn sure. And I think the trade has exited. Did it? Ah, just missed. I'll put myself out of my misery. I'll exit the trade right now. Done. We're done. Trade's over. It was 10 points plus 5 more points on half the contract. So the total is 12.5 points. So you take 12.5 points off the S&P. On two contracts, that's $1,200, $1,250. On four contracts, that's $2,500. And we're still going down, so maybe I exited prematurely, but this video has to end. I will take a sneak peek at Tesla and Nvidia, and then we'll call it a day. Nvidia, nothing interesting, and Tesla, nothing interesting. All right, guys, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. Don't forget, unconfiscatable in Las Vegas next week. Well, the week after next week, starting Monday. And do I have the website? I have my website. Oh, here it is. Unconfiscatable in Las Vegas. Carnivory dinner Monday, September 16. And the financial summit in the Maldives. March. Also 16. March 16 to 21 in the Maldives. Thank you all for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, share, and I will see you all on the next. Bye, guys.